So I faced a lot of rejection. Even I think I was rejected by most of the companies, but later somehow I got opportunity. But I would say, see, rejection comes with a lot of positive things also if you take in that way. So you have to understand first why you got rejected and what was your weaknesses. See, eventually all the industries grows, correct, and IT also would have been grown from last 20 year if we see. So things have been automated, and it is really useful. If we There are two perspective of each thing, correct. If you see what is the benefit, then you can see in a different way. But if you try to understand the the bad part of that whole thing, then there will be different perspectives. So
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Geeky Pod with Manas. So in today's episode, we have our first guest in this season. I have known them for more than 11 years now. From college to career, we have seen each other grow from pillar to pillar. We started our careers together, and most importantly, we have been friends for a decade now. They have 7 plus years of experience in the software industry. Both of them are working in reputed multinational product based companies as senior leads. Please welcome my friends Mr. Sumit Kumar and Mr. Monu Mishra. We had a long discussion on various software related topics, which you will be hearing in this episode as well. So I have divided this entire session in two episodes, today's episode being the first one. So without wasting much time, let's start with our today's episode. Enjoy today's episode and don't forget to subscribe to the Geeky Pod. Hi Sumit, hi Monu. Welcome to the Geeky Pod with Manas. So to start with our discussion, tell me about a weekday in your life, Sumit.
My weekday starts from reaching to office definitely, and first of all, I check for my logs, updates and email if there is any priority work has come to me or not, existing one itself. Meanwhile, in between, I interact with my peers. I check with them if they are facing any. I mean, we have to stay around 7 to 8 hours in office nowadays. Previously, it was 9 to 10 hours, but it has been reduced to 7 to 8 hours office hours. And then we came back to our home, and we start doing our meetings and all. There are basically 2 to 3 meetings every day, which you cannot attend from your office premises because of their time zone issues. Maybe some of your peers are working with some other different time zones, so we have to work around 2 to 3 hours from our home.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So it's
this
a
was overall.
flexible timeline. Either you work from office or you work from.
Yeah, yeah, there is no time restriction over there. Means there is no coming or going timing. Maintenance is going on nowadays. You can go whenever you want, even you can come whenever you want. The only central idea is you have to be available with means whomever required, either for a meetings or for a short discussions. Sometimes your manager can also come and discuss about what's going on and what should be happening in the future. So for those things also you should be prepared. Make yourself available in a smart way that you are omni available.
Okay. Okay. That's good. It's like everyday life of all the software engineers. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
Monu, what about your day in an office?
So in same way, it start with reaching to office, and after that, I have to attend one meeting with my, the project managers and the planning team, and then I have to give the updates. After that, need to check all the important mails and reply whatever is required immediately, and then I have to start working on my usual stuff like my um, coding part or developing testing, whatever is that day task, I need to complete that. Then there will be lunch time, so I'll be hanging out with my teammates and friends. Nowadays these are less, but somehow I try to make one or two at least. And after that, again meetings and little bit discussion about going on issues and what could be better in the project. Internal meetings sometimes, sometime with PMOs and project managers and with other people. And in evening, same, hanging out with friends and colleagues, going for tea, coffee. And then nowadays I also reach home early, little bit like 4:30 or 5. And then if required, I'll attend meetings in evening as well. So yeah, that's usual nowadays.
Right, right. So all of us, if you remember, all of us were in college. We're happy. We are not worried about our career, and we are like in different zone altogether in that time. And after that, we started our career together. Now, if you look back to your final year college days, and you want to suggest something to yourself that as a fresher, what you should have done better than what you did already. So, what would you suggest yourself going back 7 years?
I believe for me, I don't have any such kind of things coming to my mind when I'm talking about my technical skills and the current work. There can be two aspects actually, financially and technically both. So
Yeah.
if that is what I'm pointing out from technical point of view, I don't have any such things coming to mind. That
Okay. No,
right now, whatever.
you can think like now from that 7 years back to now, the technology has progressed a lot, right? So you might have done or
Yeah.
learned certain language or skill set which you learned after joining your job, first job or second job. Maybe in that way, anything.
In that way, still I would say means uh, I don't have anything because during college days, whatever I could have done
Mhm.
to come into this particular firm, I had did means I had done up to a particular extent, and that is what helped me during throughout my career.
Okay.
It was not like I was completely blank while coming into this particular firm. So I was good actually over there. Yeah, there are always a scope to make much better and better. There I will reduce some marks for me, but overall it was good.
Okay. That's great to hear. Yeah, Monu, what about
Actually,
you?
it depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me finish.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Actually, it depends upon your work also. What kind of work you are getting into your first or second company or during your initial phase of your career. So I believe I was getting the proper work, which allowed me to learn lots of new technology and responsibilities. Also, I got a chance to learn about how industry works. So
Mhm.
this is how I mean keep on updated myself.
Okay, so what do you think? The programming knowledge will help in the long run, or the domain knowledge about a particular industry will help in the long run?
See, these both terms are actually interrelated to each other. If you know only programming language, then what you are going to implement, that will
Mhm.
be answered from your domain knowledge actually. So if you want to get more and more progress in your career, you have to uh, keep aligned with these domain and technology.
Okay, okay, that's good. Yeah, Mono, what about you? What would do you like to suggest yourself going back in time?
Yeah, I think I could have been a little better. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure about Shumit case because he was already doing those whole thing, but I missed it due to, I don't know, lack of interest, or I wasn't so much aware of things. But yeah, I think I would have done little bit more practice and more command on my programming skills during my initial days. I mean, initial company when I joined during those days, and even in college also. But I think I missed that opportunity during that time. I got but somehow I was not, I was not getting it, or I was not interested, or there were a lot of distraction. I mean, which was distracting me to focus on these things. But later, when I joined my first organization, after that, I realized, yeah, it is necessary thing, and I must be having some skill to survive in this field.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I started focusing, and then I eventually got different project, different technology, I'm not so expert, but I know most of it, whatever is required to do my daily work.
Great, great. So,